And we are back with another episode of the Silver Lions Playbook podcast. Long time no see. We are back with the co-host Thomas Urich.
Yes. Hello, guys. How you doing?
And today we will be doing our very special mock draft 1.0 for the channel. And this one is going to be a little bit different than most of the mock drafts that you will see, because we do have trades and we also do it a little bit differently, as in instead of just going odds and evens, I pick a team, he picks a team. We did a whole draft before we jumped into this. So we all have our team set up and everything ready to go.
Guys, this man literally took all of the teams with 2 picks.
Yeah. And
So it's gonna be him just blasting through a lot of his picks. I'm here for like maybe 5 picks.
no, we traded. I think we both have two teams now, right?
I don't know. You have the Jets, you have the Texans, you have like
The Saints and the
the
Eagles. Oh, yeah. I have four of them.
and
Yeah, you're right.
Lions.
Oh, yeah. Five of them.
You took like you have
Hey,
Chiefs.
but
You have
look,
so many.
that's what I came into this draft going. I wanted 2 first-round picks, and you were not taking any of the teams with 2. So I was like, all right, I guess I got them all. I mean, I'll take it.
That
Um,
That's why I want to do odds and evens, just so that it would
right,
be like a little bit more balanced, but
right.
it's all
See,
good.
I
No
mean, I
worries.
totally get that. And honestly, the only reason I did this was because we are incorporating trades. So I didn't want it to be like, oh, I'm the Chiefs for one pick and you're the Chiefs for the other pick. And then it's like, well, I had the first pick, so I traded away the second pick to trade up. You know what I mean? Like, how would that work?
Yeah,
So that's the only reason really we did it this way. And next time we do the next mock draft, we will allocate the teams with multiple first round picks first and then draft the rest so that we have more uh less disparity there. But with
for
this
sure.
being said, we will have a 4-minute clock. Okay. I will have that on my end. Actually, you know what? I could probably, I'll have
Well,
it
I
on
think it
my
needs
end.
to be more than 4 minutes if we're going to incorporate trades. There's no way that we're going to
True.
make trades in 4 minutes.
You want to just do no clock?
I say like since we're only incorporating like maybe
A
four
few.
to five trades,
Yeah.
I think that like each I like the clock, but like if we say, oh, we're interested in trading for a pick,
We
then
just
like
pause it or
maybe
something.
no, just pause it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, that's fine. Because I feel like most of the time we won't even take that long anyway. And this is more for
Right.
when you're thinking about a player that you want, and then you're like, all right, I got to pick somebody by the end of this clock.
Yeah.
So we'll just do 4-minute clock that way. Um, and all right. The Jacksonville Jaguars are officially on the clock.
Well, guys, I'm Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I think, has 4 players that they will need to consider with this pick. I think it's Aiden Hutchinson, Evan Neer, Trayvon Walker, and Akem Iranku.
Mhm.
Um, to me, I'm not a huge Trayvon Walker fan, just because he's a little bit more raw. He doesn't really have any moves.
Right.
So I am going to leave him out. And so like for Jacksonville, I think the players are Hutchinson, Neer, and Ekanu. To
Mhm.
me, defensive line is more important than offensive line, especially since they spent so much money on the offensive line already in free agency.
Yeah.
So with the first pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars will select Aiden Hutchinson of Michigan.
Knew you were going there. I do like the pick a lot. Personally, it's kind of a no-brainer at this point. It's really Aiden Hutchinson or Evan Neal. I don't really see any other way that they go unless somebody offers a buttload for Malik Willis, for some reason, because they think, maybe the Lions will take him. But
So I'm under the impression that Akem Ekwanu is the second best player in this draft.
really, see, and I've
I
heard a lot of
love
that
that
too.
guy.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised if he was, at least under consideration for this pick if they are thinking offensive line. Um,
I I personally think he fits Jacksonville's offensive line better than Evan Neal's, just because he has more
Yeah.
versatility. But
Right.
really, those two are like so close that
Yeah.
you can't be mad with either.
Agreed. And the
But
Detroit
with
Lions,
Detroit's back, what do you
uh,
pick?
the Detroit Lions are on the clock, and this pick is available if any team on your side is interested. And I'm assuming not, because at this point in the draft, and this is where I assume we will be in real life. At this point in the draft, there's not too much other than maybe Malik Willis, or Evan Neal, maybe Giants would trade up for. But I don't really see too many teams moving up to 2 in this draft. I could see some teams moving up between 4 and 10. I could see a lot of trades going down, though, to be honest, because that's likely where the quarterback trades will happen. But again, this is a really tough pick for me, to be honest with you, because right here we have Kayvon Thibodeau, Kyle Hamilton, Malik Willis, Trevon Walker, all in consideration for this pick. What we would love to have is a trade down, but like you said, no interest in a trade down here.
Yep.
So this is tough, because do you go with quarterback? Do you say, screw it, we're going to take a quarterback this year, because we're at number 2 overall, we likely won't be this high next year, give Malik Willis the Patrick Mahomes treatment, sit him behind Jared Goff for a season, and see how that works out? Or do you go an edge player like Trevon Walker or Kayvon Thibodeau, where this guy's going to step on the field day one and be a very good, if not great, player for your team? They are a little bit different in play style, though. Kayvon's more of your athletic, just prototypical pass rusher, Khalil Mack style player. Whereas Trevon Walker is more of, he's like a Trey Flowers, but a little bit better, all around, and a lot better of an athlete. One of my
a lot faster.
Yeah.
Flowers.
In terms of how he plays, I would say like Trey Flowers, how he is against the run, and he's not that good at pass rushing. But my real comp for him is a more athletic Cam Jordan, which at this point in the draft, I think you would take a more athletic Cam Jordan. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and grab Trevon Walker, the edge from Georgia, for the Detroit Lions. The reason I don't go Kayvon here is because of the fact that I just the character concerns for me. I don't think Dan Campbell would like that here. And I feel like Trevon Walker fits our team a little bit better. He can play 3 tech all the way out to a wide 9, and play stand up linebacker, and even drop into coverage at times at 6'5", 276. So the versatility is there. He just needs some help on his pass rush moves, but at that point, that's something you can teach, and his athleticism you just cannot. But with that being said, the Texans are now on the clock.
As an outsider, if I'm a Lions fan, I hate this pick.
Really?
Just because I think that Trevon Walker reminds me a lot of Okudah, which he was amazing. Okudah was the opposite. He was not good in the combine.
Yeah.
This was Trevon Walker is so raw, in my opinion, that I think this needs to be a trade down if you are going to take Walker here.
I agree.
To me, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the problem is I didn't have any interest, and I do have half the teams, so that could change a lot, because I didn't want to trade myself. Did change a lot with that being said. But I mean, like you said, I kind of get hating the pick as a Lions fan, but at this point, the reason I took Walker, like I said, was because I feel Walker right now steps on the field and is a better all-around player, more versatile. And I think Kayvon could have some issues with how many snaps that he plays.
Right.
Because if he isn't very good against the run like he was in college, then we're going to have some issues in the NFL as well.
Right.
Which, I mean, with that being said, Trevon Walker might never become an elite pass rusher, and you took him at number 2. But right now, I'm willing to bet on Trevon Walker becoming a great pass rusher versus Kayvon Thibodeau becoming a great run stopper.
Oh, yeah. If Walker hits, he's going to be excellent. If he doesn't hit, it's going to be the bust of the draft.
Well, and that's the problem, though. If he doesn't hit his potential, I think his floor is way higher than Kayvon's. Like, his floor is Trey Flowers, in my opinion. Like, statistically, he's good against the run, probably like 7 sacks a season. He's not an elite player, but he's still a very good player. And in a draft like this, not saying a lot of these guys aren't talented, but in a draft like this, I would grab the player that I think has the higher floor, but also a very high ceiling at this point. But
Yeah.
yeah, so the Texans are now on the clock, and I'm
Yep.
also the GM of the Houston Texans. Is anyone interested in this pick? We're not super interested in moving, but if there's a good enough deal, we'll move down.
No.
No interest? All right.
Just
So right now, as the Houston Texans GM, we need everything. Quarterback. I think we might move on with Davis Mills this year, though. I think he played good enough last year as a third round pick. Evan Neal is a possibility here. We do need, a right tackle. We do have Laramie Tunsil, of course, but we still need a right tackle. And then Kayvon Thibodeau is also in play because, a great edge rusher would fit well. And then Kyle Hamilton and Ahmad Gardner are also, up there. Ika Mekwanu is also up there. This is honestly even harder pick for me than the Lions pick was, as obviously I'm not a Houston fan. But if I was the Houston Texans, I think, let me look at these team needs real quick just to see. I have an idea of where I want to go. And here it's edge, corner, receiver, safety, and quarterback. And that solidifies my selection here. I am going to go with Kayvon Thibodeau, the edge from Oregon, to Houston. And for me, again, the last pick was between him and Trayvon Walker. And if Trayvon Walker was available, I think I would have selected him for Houston as well. Houston is in kind of the same position the Lions are, because they need to build from the foundation up, and they don't really have anything other than maybe Brandon Cooks right now to really build around it. Laramie Tunsil. But they did lose, Justin Reed in free agency as well, who is a great building block for them. But I think Kayvon Thibodeau is a great pick there. And, this is more of your prototypical pass rusher, of course. But I mean, if he is who he is, he's going to be, 15 plus sacks a season. And that's what you really want at this pick at 3.
Mm-hmm.
And with that said, the Jets are on the clock. And
Yep.
I am also the GM of the New York Jets. So here, this is kind of similar. I would say offensive line, safety, linebacker, corner. And honestly, a lot of people might hate me for the selection. It's not Kyle Hamilton. I really, really thought, Kyle Hamilton could be the pick here. But, I just think they're going to go with the elite athlete at the defensive back position, and that is Ahmad Gardner, the corner from Cincinnati. I'm taking a corner at 4 for the Jets because I feel like this defense needs corners badly. This is the position that they need the most, in my opinion. And I think because they do have 2, they have the 10th overall pick as well. There is a possibility we do, pick a safety or an offensive lineman or trade down at that pick as well. So with that being said, the New York Giants are now on the clock.
Interesting. So the Giants are in perfect spot right now because 3 and 4 did not pick offensive tackle. They could literally take offensive tackle, and New York Giants would be in a really bad spot.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's easy for me. It's Ekwonu. He's the best tackle in my opinion. And
I like it.
The Giants really need tackle. So there's their pick.
I do like that. So with that being said, the Carolina Panthers are now on the clock. And this one to me is probably the easiest pick that I've had so far. It's Malik Willis, 10 times out of 10, I think, at this point. There's a lot of rumors that, he's going to go 2. There's a lot of rumors that, teams might want to move up for him. In this draft, clearly we had nobody taking a quarterback early, and he fell right on down to Carolina at 6. Nobody looked to move up for him even later in the draft either. So that's not necessarily surprising, but with all the stuff that we did here at 2, you'd think there would be a little bit more interest in a trade there. But Malik Willis will be the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers for the foreseeable future. Okay. And with that said, the Giants are now on the clock.
All right, so the Giants here are in a little bit of a picker because they would love to draft a defensive lineman in my opinion, here. Mm-hmm. But seems like all the defensive linemen have gone. So, and Gardner's been picked up for, so that would be like the second option in my opinion. So this is going to be, let me get into the position. What? So I'm on TDN, and TDN's draft board is so bad. I'm going to
PFN
change
was the
that.
best one I could find for sure.
Gonna change that to Pro Football Focus.
That one was not that good either.
Oh, which one are you using?
I'm using Pro Football Network.
Pro Football Network. Okay,
Yeah.
let me.
I was going to use the Pro Football Focus one to begin with, but I mean, in my opinion, a lot of guys were ranked super low that shouldn't have been. And a lot of guys were ranked super high that shouldn't have been. So it was just kind of off. And this one to me was the closest one that I found.
Cool. I think this one is going to be Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson,
of Florida State.
I like
but
it.
I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone.
Okay.
First.
Still got 2.5 minutes, so you're good for a minute. With that being said, we may see some trades coming up here. Because maybe a team like the Chiefs could be interested with their 2 first-round picks. Maybe a team like, I don't know, the Eagles could be interested with their 2 first-round picks. Or I don't know.
See, I think 6 is a trade.
Yeah.
I don't think Carolina wants to pick a quarterback at that spot.
I think they would trade up for Malik Willis, but here they didn't need to. So
yeah.
So we're at 1:50 for you.
All right. I'm definitely going to pick Jermaine Johnson. Right. I will give a little bit of a consideration to Garrett Wilson.
Nice.
But they spent so much cap on wide receiver that Jermaine Johnson, I think, is the best pick.
Agreed. And with that said, you are back on the clock with the Falcons.
Yes, I am Atlanta, and I wish that more draft. I wish that there was a trade for me here, because I would want to have quarterback, and Malik Willis is gone. So I'm looking to trade down if you have any offers.
Let me think here. 8th pick overall. Seattle, not interested. Not interested there. Yeah, I don't really see, and honestly, this is what I figured would happen. This draft isn't really a trade up kind of draft, in my opinion. There could be a couple spots that guys, skip a few picks. But like a lot of the teams with two first rounders are a little bit later. And to me, to move up that far, you'd have to pay a little bit too much. So I think we're good on a trade here.
Then the Atlanta Falcons would pick Garrett Wilson of Ohio State.
I love it. I love that pick. Garrett Wilson's my, wide receiver 1, pretty easily for me. And they desperately need wide receivers over there. They need somebody for Marcus Mariota to throw the ball to. So I really like that pick. And with that said, Seattle is on the clock. And Evan Neal is sitting here from the offensive tackle from Alabama. I'm not going to lie to you. I am very, very seriously thinking of a quarterback. As the Seattle GM, I feel like, obviously we have Geno Smith and Drew Lock, but those guys are not the answer. But at the same time, they could start this year. We could take our, left tackle of the future in Evan Neal and, get that quarterback next year, because we do have multiple first round picks for the next 2 years. So with that being said, the Seattle Seahawks are going to select Evan Neal, the offensive tackle from Alabama. Get your bookend left tackle here. And honestly, I was looking to make a surprise pick, but with Evan Neal falling all the way down to 9, I couldn't let him fall any farther. So now the Jets are back on the clock at 10, and we are very interested in moving down. if there is any interest in a trade up from you.
Yes. I think that the Vikings at 12 would want to trade up 2 picks.
Okay. What are we talking?
Uh,
Let's see here.
Can I see what the draft board is?
Minnesota. Okay. There's all the picks that you guys have. 12, 46, 77.
So it would need to be swapped from 10 to 12.
Correct.
So this is what's hard because, man, you guys don't have a selection until like 38 to 69. That's trash.
Yeah.
I mean, I would offer 46, but I would want something back. I probably want 69 back.
Here's what I'll give you. Here's what I'll offer you. Let's say swap of 10 to 12, and then a swap. You give me 46. Actually, you know what? You give me 46. We swap 69 for 77, and then I give you 146 for 156. How does that sound?
Huh. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You'll take it?
Yeah, I think I'll take it.
All right. We got our first trade of the day so far. The Minnesota Vikings move up 2 spots here with the New York Jets moving down. The Jets will add a second round pick. They will move down 8 spots in the 3rd round and then down 10 spots. And I believe that is the 5th round or 4th round. So pretty solid trade, in my opinion, for the Jets. It was declined. What? I'm both teams. Anyway,
So this one, I think that the Minnesota Vikings would make this move for a cornerback.
Yeah.
Because the Washington Commanders now wants a cornerback, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to probably select Trent McDuffie of Washington.
I like that. I will say, so I just want to double check. This was our trade here. 12, 46, 77, 156 for 10, 69, and 146, right?
Yes.
All right. Confirm. All right. So, wow. The Vikings give up a 2nd round pick basically to move up 2 spots here, and then they will select Trent McDuffie, the corner. I'm not going to lie. I don't love this trade for the Vikings personally, just because I think McDuffie would have been there at 12 if you stayed put.
I don't think he goes past 11.
Yeah.
I think Washington definitely picks Trent McDuffie.
Gotcha. And here, honestly, the only reason I say that is because I am Washington, so and I probably wouldn't have picked him. But in real life, it is very possible that McDuffie does go there, and I don't hate it. It's really just the value in terms of that 2nd rounder. You did move up in the 3rd and the 5th though, so it's not terrible. But it's 2 picks is tough. That's why it's tough for me, because the 2 pick jump. If it was a couple more picks, I probably wouldn't care.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a big fan of Stingley.
Right.
And I think Washington is going to pick a cornerback. Right now, I feel like Hamilton is the best bet. But if the Jets don't pick a cornerback, because I think the Jets could also pick corner here.
Yeah.
I think Minnesota need to move up to secure their cornerback for the future.
And I don't hate it, especially because of the prospects selected. I mean, Trent McDuffie is probably the cleanest corner in the class outside of Ahmad Gardner. Gardner is just a superstar, though, in my opinion. That's why I went with him at 4 to New York.
Yeah.
But Trent McDuffie is a very good corner, and he might not be an elite outside corner. He's a good outside corner, but he could step in and be the best slot corner in the NFL next season. He's that good. But so with that being said, the Washington Commanders are now on the clock with the 11th overall pick. And this is a tough one, honestly, because, Charles Cross is available. Trevor Penning is available. I might look at a receiver here. Kenny Pickett, Matt Corral. The reason I don't go quarterback here, though, is because I think trading for Carson Wentz means Washington wants to win now. They're ready to win. And in my opinion, the biggest hole on their team is, it's probably right tackle, wide receiver, or linebacker at this point. And, personally, I don't love their linebackers. I think they're solid, but not great. But with Charles Cross here, I don't know. I might have to pick the offensive lineman because, you are trying to win now, but picking the right tackle of the future, really solidifies your team after this. And you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take Charles Cross here at 11, the offensive tackle from Mississippi State. And the Jets are now on the clock again at number 12. And here, who are we going to go with here at 12? I really was thinking about Kyle Hamilton at the last pick. And also, a receiver would make a lot of sense. Jameson Williams, an offensive lineman wouldn't be a terrible pick, but the offensive line that are left on the board aren't great. So right now, I think I'm going to go Kyle Hamilton here at 12 to the New York Jets to stop the fall of the elite safety. And honestly, look at this draft so far for New York. The Jets have Ahmad Gardner and Kyle Hamilton. They added a second-round pick as well in this trade with Minnesota, and I think they're killing it right now. I mean, Kyle Hamilton could be the best player in this draft in a lot of people's opinions. And now they solidified their DB room. They added another second-round pick to add a little bit more later as well. So I really do like the draft that the Jets are having so far. And then the Texans are on the clock now with the 13th overall pick, and they are looking to trade down if anyone is interested in this pick. I'm going to give you a second to mull that over while I look at their depth chart.
Cool. Wow. I think the Packers might be interested.
Okay, I love it. I really like that actually because this is exactly what I was looking for. Personally, let's see here. We got Houston and Green Bay. I will tell you though, I want both your first round picks.
I was planning to offer them.
Sweet, I love it. All right. So give me your offer first and I'll counter if necessary.
22-28 for 13 and 68.
22 and 28 for 13 and 68. Let me think here. What if I gave you 80 and 107 instead of 68? Third and a fourth rounder.
I think the value here of selecting Drake London is good enough for that to be acceptable.
Sweet.
So I'll take it.
Beautiful. It's going to be declined by Green Bay. So I think I figured it out here. What we have to do is whichever team is trading up basically will have to be the first team I select here, and then
Yep.
whichever team is trading down, because for some reason, every time we do it, they decline it the other way. So we'll just
Yeah.
do it this way from now on. So it was 13, 80, and 107, correct?
Yep.
All right. And the Green Bay Packers are now on the clock. Wait, what? It's not letting me trade.
And as I said, the Green Bay Packers instantly pick Drake London here.
Right.
I think that if you talk about any wide receiver in this draft class, Drake London is like the perfect fit for the Green Bay Packers. He is a capable blocker.
Mm-hmm.
He runs effective routes. He does the jump ball. Everything that Aaron Rodgers really likes to do. And to me, there's no other fit than Drake London here.
I agree. I'm just going to try to push this trade through. I don't understand why it's not accepting. It's not letting me trade this for some reason. So that's fun. I figured that because I am all of the teams, it would just let me trade whatever I wanted. Here's what I'll do. We're only doing a first round draft, so it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll just force this trade through with whatever will make it work, and we'll just write down the trade that we just did. So I'll just make this trade happen so we have the correct picks in the first round at least. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the Packers have selected Drake London with the 13th overall pick. They gave up 22. Let's see, 22 and 28. I'll just give up 13 and 68 and 80. It doesn't even matter. Okay, so Packers 22 plus 28 for it was 13, 80, and 107. Right? All right. So I don't know why this wouldn't go through. And actually, just so I make sure it goes through, I'm going to do that too. I hate this. All right. This is really
at this
annoying.
point, I would just select Drake London for the Texans. I mean,
no, because I know I can get this to work. I just don't understand why it's being such a pain in the ass, honestly. 22, 28. I'm literally just going to offer every single pick that the Texans have. I don't care at this point, because there's no way that they wouldn't accept all this. Here, I'll even give you the first and second rounders next year. You're welcome.
Sweet.
There we go. You got a halt.
I mean, yeah, I think.
No, I got it. I fucked it up. That was my fault. I'm an idiot. I'm just dumb as shit.
Just go through. I don't know why it's not. I wish that like this could be like a co-op. We're like,
I got it.
Yeah.
It's because I put the wrong teams in on either
Yeah.
side. So when I was adding extra value, it wasn't helping me at all.
Man.
All right. So that trades down. We got Drake London at 13. And
Yep.
you are now on the clock at 14 with the Baltimore Ravens.
All right. So the Baltimore Ravens would love to pick the best player available here, because that's usually what they do. And
Houston is interested in trading up.
Houston is interested in trading up.
Yep.
Houston just traded down.
I know. I know. All right.
I think that the Baltimore Ravens will. All right, let me hear their offer.
Okay, so with this, I don't have pick 37, but we'll just say I have pick 37, and pick 55 or pick 58 and 53 are not, or pick 53 is not available. Pick 37 is. So With that being said, what I'm going to offer you today for one-time exclusive offer is, oh wait, that's AFC as well. So Ravens, I will offer you pick 22, pick 68, and pick 108 for pick 14.
Hmm.
8-pick jump, you get a third and a fourth directly back to you.
I'm gonna decline.
Decline. What if I said I could give you next year's third as well? Next year's fourth as well.
Decline.
Decline. Damn. What would I have to do to get this trade to happen?
Probably give me both your first round picks, or give me a next year's seconds.
On top of this?
Yeah.
What if I
So
said
instead of the next year's fourth, I would want a second round instead of the fourth.
what if I gave you pick 80, pick 22, pick 80 in next year's second from Houston? So it'll be an early pick.
So, here's my conundrum.
Mm-hmm.
Is that with 14, yeah, I feel like I'm going to decline that
All right,
because
that's fine. We'll move on. Who
Okay.
will the Ravens be selecting?
Derek Stingley Jr.
Derek Stingley Jr. I don't hate that at all. Oh,
The only reason why I kept this pick is because Philadelphia is right beneath the Ravens, and Philadelphia is, to me, a big corner destination.
Right.
And so I feel like Derek Stingley Jr. is the best player available, and he has potential to be a top 10 pick in this draft.
Right.
And so to me, it's a no-brainer for the Ravens to select him here at 14.
Agreed. And I'm just going to go ahead and fix this trade because now I know what I have to do in order to, because I'm just going to keep all the picks this year correct. Make sure I know that's for sure. Oops. All right. So the Philadelphia Eagles are now on the clock, and I'm going to do this real quick while I'm on the clock, just because I do want to trade up. Oh, that's not the right team. Just because I do want to trade up as Houston later.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say?
I think Philadelphia is in a rough spot right here.
I agree. It's tough, and honestly, we're very willing to trade down. But there's not many teams that are looking to trade down or trade up here. I would if I was Houston would be, but I can't trade with myself, unfortunately.
I think the Steelers might. You're the Saints, right?
I am the Saints as well. Yes.
Yeah, I would say Steelers would straight up.
And okay, so what would the Steelers offer Philadelphia here?
20 for 15, and then I need to see what the picks.
So Steelers trading with the Eagles here. So there you are.
Probably 20 and 80 for 15.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
20 and 84 for 15.
20 and 84 for 15. That's really, really, really tough, honestly. 20 and 84 for 15. 5-pick jump. but there are a couple players I'd really like here as the Eagles. Let me think here. What if what if you gave me 52 and I gave you 83? So I have back to back in the second, and then you have back to back in the third.
It's the only reason why I don't like this. That's a significant jump from 15 all the way to 83.
Right, right.
So I would rather keep that second round pick.
Okay.
So the jump is not as significant. I can offer you like 208.
Give me your next year third as well, and we can call this a deal.
Next year's fourth.
Oh, I think I got a decline, even though we have a pick coming up soon. There's one player I really, really like here.
Okay.
All right. So with that said, the Philadelphia Eagles are selecting Jameson Williams, the receiver out of Alabama. This is the guy, I wanted the whole time. I think he's the best deep threat in the entire class. He did tear his ACL, unfortunately, but he is on a very good road to recovery. So hopefully he will be ready by training camp. And even if he's not ready by training camp, he'll be ready by week 1. So to me, Jameson Williams is kind of a no-brainer pick here. It really was Jameson Williams or trade down for me, and I didn't get the value I was looking for. So I'd rather just take the what could be an elite wide receiver in this 15th overall pick. So now we have the Saints on the clock with 16 overall. And this is tough because there is a lot of good players on the board still. And I wish I could trade up with myself, because now that the fact that I have 16, 17, 18, and 19 means that the Houston Texans are kind of screwed when it comes to trading up here. And there was two players I really wanted to get for Houston, but that's all right. So New Orleans here. What's up?
Steelers are willing to trade up
The
to
Steelers,
any of those picks.
Okay. So is it the same offer that you were offering before?
I need to see what you guys have now.
All right. So we got.
I also so like I won't offer with the Saints because, in my opinion, they would never offer with the Saints, because to me, Pittsburgh would want to move up to draft a quarterback, so the Saints won't get one.
All right.
So to me, I think that they needed to trade at 15 because the Saints would, in my opinion, select the quarterback that
I'll tell you what, right now, as the Saints GM, I'm not even looking quarterback here.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I would. To me,
personally, I don't think this is a very good quarterback class. For one, there's the top quarterback is gone. The one that I would have taken here is gone, Malik Willis. Desmond Ridder is a possibility for me here, but I still don't think I take him at 16 quite yet. And I think we have, bigger holes, specifically, linebacker. We need linebacker. We need a corner. We need a left tackle, and we need receivers. So I think New Orleans here would be a perfect trade down candidate, in my opinion, because we have so many needs. And I think they're wanting to win now. In my opinion, New Orleans wants to win right now. And that's why they went and signed a guy like Jameis Winston instead of, drafting a guy here. So if you're interested, the Saints are very interested in moving down.
I mean, because you said that, I'm no longer interested. I'm only interested if you want a quarterback.
Okay.
So,
well, I have 2 picks. I have 19. I didn't say I wouldn't take one there. I said I won't take one
I know,
here.
but I would rather trade with
see.
Chargers and the Eagles rather than trade at 16.
All right. So here, this is a pretty tough pick, in my opinion. because, Chris Olave is right here. Devin Lloyd is right
Yeah.
here. Andrew Booth is right here. Treylon Burks, George Karlaftis, Jordan Davis. But at this point, I really believe, I really believe that the Saints want to get as many weapons for Jameis Winston as possible. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Chris Olave here because I think he is the perfect next 1-2 punch, with Michael Thomas, the big red zone threat. Now you have your slot speed guy, route runner guy that is going to be very good for you for a lot of years to come.
I love that pick.
Thank
To
you.
me, that's a perfect Saints pick.
Agreed. That's honestly why I was like, I was really looking at Jordan Davis, but I feel like they feel their defense is a little better than the offense right now. So that Olave pick worked out. But with that said, the Chargers are now on the clock, and they are somewhat interested in moving down, but we're fine with staying put because there are a few guys that I'd be fine with taking here.
Nothing.
No?
Nope.
All right. So the Chargers here, I think it's clear that we need an offensive tackle. Defensive line help would be nice as well. But I think this defensive line class is a lot deeper than the offensive line class. And there is a top guy sitting right here waiting for me to pick him. And I'm going to take Trevor Penning, the offensive tackle from Northern Iowa. I think he's going to be a mauler on that right side. And I think he's going to be a very, very good right tackle to protect Justin Herbert and even better in the run game.
I thought you said defense, and I was like, you're going to pick defense with Trevor Penning right now?
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, does he not like Trevor Penning? I mean,
I love Trevor Penning. Yeah, I think
so.
that he's a perfect Chargers pick.
Agreed. So with that said, we have the Eagles on the clock.
I'm going to trade up.
You're going to trade up now. All right.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you this right now. You got to come better than what you did last time because I ain't accepting.
I'm doing you less.
Yeah, I kind of assumed because it's less of a jump. So we have Pittsburgh looking to jump up to 18 with the Philadelphia Eagles, an in-state trade. This will be if it goes down. So what is your offer, sir?
20.
Okay.
So 18. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And 138.
Nope.
It's a 2-space jump. What does Philadelphia? My goodness, Jace.
Well, here's the thing. A 2-space jump could be quite a bit when there's a guy like Jordan Davis and a guy like George Karlaftis on the board. I think.
Yeah, but the Saints are not going to target defensive linemen.
What?
The Saints are probably not going to target defensive linemen.
Right, but.
So
that's who I was.
So the
anyway.
Saints. There's no like sketchy. I don't know. I
there's
just
Jordan
feel like
Davis.
Wouldn't be worried about that, but maybe Saints do.
Well, here's the thing. There's 2 positions that I want that both of them the Saints could pick. So I want Devin Lloyd or Jordan Davis. And here's the problem. Yeah. I think I want Devin Lloyd a lot more. And I think I'm more worried about the Saints taking Devin Lloyd because we do have Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave at defensive tackle. So we don't necessarily need Jordan Davis here. But Devin Lloyd would be a great pick. And I'm very worried that he will go at 19 if we do move down to 20 here. So it's really Devin Lloyd or bust for us right now. I mean, we kind of like Nakobe Dean, but not nearly as much.
Okay. How about this? I'll give you 84 for 101.
84 for 101. 2-spot jump. The Saints probably do take Devin Lloyd though. Basically the way I'm looking at this is I'm losing out on Devin Lloyd here by doing this trade.
To me, I think 19 is kind of pick it here. I think the Saints traded with the Eagles initially to trade up.
Really?
For a quarterback.
I think personally that's what I thought originally, but then from everything that I've heard since, it sounds like the Saints want to use both of those picks because they know they have holes, um, like at offensive line, wide receiver, linebacker, D line. And they want to win next year because they beat the Bucks 4 times in a row now in the last 2 years, and that's the best team in their division. So they think they can win that division next year.
All right. Well, if Kenny Pickett's falling to us, I don't need to make a trade.
All right. Sounds good to me. So with that being said, the Eagles will take Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, at 18.
Okay.
They haven't had a great linebacker in a long time, and I really, really love this pick because, Devin Lloyd is my number one linebacker by far. It's really not close in my opinion. And I love that pick for this team specifically because the Eagles need linebacker. But number 19 is very much on the block. Is there any interest?
No.
All right. So with that being said, last pick, the Saints selected, let's see, Chris Olave, the wide receiver. And now I'm leaning Jordan Davis, but we do need offensive line help as well.
Yeah.
Let's think. We do have a second round pick not too far down in the second round, so maybe we could get a linebacker there, even an offensive lineman there as well. We're going to go ahead and select Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle from Georgia. He's going to come in and be a killer for this defensive line, and we can rotate him in because we have a couple of good defensive linemen already. So this is a great pick, and we go offense then defense. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are now on the clock.
So in this spot, I think Pittsburgh is in New England's position last year, and they instantly sent a card with Kenny Pickett.
I love it.
The fact that they didn't need to trade up and they could get to keep the picks was awesome, and that's really all you would want with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Agreed. With that said, the New England Patriots are on the clock.
New England is looking to trade down.
If anybody looking to move up, Kansas City is interested in trading up. Let's see, Kansas City, Arizona is very interested as well. I think Kansas City. Actually, I think Arizona is more interested. So let's start there. So this is a 2-spot jump. So we have, let's see here, the Cardinals trading with the Patriots. And I'm not going to offer a ton, of course, because it's a 2-spot jump. I will offer you 23, 55, and 87 for 21, 54, and 85. Or wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
backwards. That's backwards. I will offer you.
I lose the spot every time.
Yeah, I was thinking it was the other way around for some reason. Shoot, let me look here. I'll give you 23, 201, and a next year 4 for 21.
Make it a third.
I don't think I can. I think that's the best I got for a 2-spot jump here, especially for the player I'm moving up for.
Uwe Houston. I mean, we accept it, sure.
Sweet. All right. Oh, I got to do it the other way. Sorry. Okay, so New England trades with Arizona, and it was 21 for 20. Come on, man. 21 for 23, 201, and next year's 4th. Okay. Irritating. I don't know why this thing does that. Like if I'm every team, I should be able to do whatever trade I want. let's call it next year's third. Actually, I'll just give you next year's second, and then we'll just say it was a fourth. What the hell, dude?
So
Yeah, you're right. Damn it. Okay. Arizona. Let's go. 21. And let's just say you're second for 23, 201, and a fourth. There. Okay, Arizona is now on the clock, and we sprint to the freaking to get our card in, and it is Zion Johnson, the guard out of Boston College.
Interesting. I traded down to get Zion Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's what I thought. That's really what I thought, honestly.
But I think Zion Johnson will go. I was actually going to trade down twice. Interesting. All right.
Okay.
Well, now I'm definitely going to trade down twice.
So let me see what this trade was exactly. Cardinals traded 23, 201, and 22 fourth for pick 21. Okay.
You know what's interesting is that I thought this trade was going to be for Clefus.
Really? I thought about it. I'm not going to lie. I definitely thought about it. And the reason I chose guard here is because we're having some issues with Kyler Murray. And we kind of want to show him that we're going to put what's necessary into, building a good foundation. And the Cardinals just haven't had a very good offensive line for a long time. They're solid, but I think Zion Johnson is going to be a very, very, very good player in the NFL. And I mean, we did just sign Will Hernandez, but we also have Justin Pugh, who's on his way out. So
interesting.
He could start anywhere on this offensive line. And honestly, I think Zion Johnson might even be able to play right tackle if necessary.
So that pick shocks me because to me, I thought Dallas was going to be the team that needs to jump for Zion Johnson. So I knew that if I fell anywhere between before 24 hours, kind of done.
Right.
But I mean, this makes sense for New England because now New England can just jump back again
if somebody wants to.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there will be someone because the Chiefs were interested before, so keep an eye on that. Also, the Texans are now on the clock, and we are interested in moving down. If anybody's interested in moving up.
Let me see team needs. Do you have that or do I need to?
Team needs is here.
Yeah, it would be easier for me to look at Titans are
interested in moving up.
Yeah.
All right. This is an interdivision trade, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because that means you'll have to give up a little bit more.
Maybe.
Right. All right. So what's your offer?
26.
Okay.
My goodness, you guys are Italians are just Houston's just doing it. Who did Texans draft first? And was it
Kayvon?
So maybe you guys are not targeting the guy that I want.
Nope. If it's George Karlaftis, we're not looking for him.
All right, never mind then.
All right, sweet. With that said, I'm gonna take a player here that's gonna surprise you, I think. It won't surprise a lot of people, but I think this position is a surprise. I'm gonna take Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah.
To Houston. To me, he's the best interior offensive lineman in the class. I know I drafted Zion Johnson
going first though.
I know, but that's the thing. He's not let me rephrase. He is the best interior lineman in the class, but he's a center. Okay.
Yeah.
The Cardinals have Rodney Hudson already. They don't need a center. He's a Pro Bowl player at center. They moved up to get Zion Johnson because he fits their scheme a little bit better as well. He's more of an athletic, guard. Whereas Tyler Linderbaum's, a legit center. And I love this pick for Houston because not only did we trade down, I wanted to trade up. I'm going to be honest. I was trying to trade up for Penning. That was who I really wanted to begin with, and I couldn't move up for him. So we ended up settling for Tyler Linderbaum, who, in my opinion, might even be a better player than Penning. Penning just plays more necessary position. But with that said, the Patriots are now on the clock again.
Looking to trade down.
They are looking to trade down. Let me see here. We have the Bills. Houston, maybe. Detroit, no. Let's see here. The Bills and Texans are both interested, but with the fact it being the Patriots, I doubt the Bills will be able to pull off a trade here. So the Texans are looking to move up here. And I will offer you 28 and 68 for 23 and 85. So you jump down 5, but you move up like not 18 picks in the third.
It's a pretty good deal. Accepted.
All right. And I'm going to throw in my third just to make it go through, hopefully. What? All right.
I think it's the opposite.
Yeah, I keep doing that. So actually, let's start with the Texans here and then Patriots. So 28 and 68 for 23 and 85. And then I'll throw in this third to make sure it works. Oh, it didn't happen anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, 28, 68, 23, 85, and a first. I don't even give a shit. Okay. So with that being said, the Texans will select. We just took Kayvon, a center. We're going to go corner here with Andrew Booth Jr. from Clemson. This is a guy I almost took at 22, but Tyler Linderbaum to me was just way too good of a player to pass up. And with the trade that we just did, I mean, let me see. All I added was the the Houston first. So I'll move down 18 picks in the third round to get a guy like Andrew Booth on my team. Just because of the fact that, I mean, Andrew Booth to me is one of the top corners in this class. I know he fell a little bit, but I think I would have, he's right up there with Stingley for me right now. So I do like that pick, but the Cowboys are now on the clock.
Cowboys on the clock.
Yep.
This one's easy for me. It's George Kalafis.
I like it. I like that a lot.
I think George Kalafis is a guy who should have went a lot higher than he has. So we need defensive linemen, and I think that George Kalafis is probably the best player now that the interior linemen have gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really makes sense for Cowboys.
Agreed. I really like that. And that's tough because that's who the Buffalo Bills were going to trade up for.
Yep.
So you sniped me there.
Yep.
And now this Bills pick is probably the toughest one I've had to make so far. there is still a decent amount of players left, but there's not a whole lot for the needs that we have in Buffalo. Because in my opinion, we could use a tackle. We could use an interior defensive lineman, a linebacker, a corner. But it's really like all the top players at those positions are gone at this point. You know what though? Oh, this is tough. How much time do I got here? I got 2 minutes left on the clock.
Here's the interesting thing is
Oh,
that
I know
Wyatt
what
is still.
I was just gonna say that. That's hilarious. I was just thinking that Devontae Wyatt is still available. But here's the thing. I am gonna pick Kaiir Elam, the corner from Florida, because I believe that Tre'Davious White needs another number one corner alongside of him. And in my opinion, Daquan Jones is very good, is definitely good enough to start next year. And I feel like Devontae Wyatt would be more of a like a pretty pick, like, oh, this is a cool, he'll do good in our D line and he'll get a lot of pressures. But I think Elam is a very good fit here. He's, your prototypical 6'2" press corner. And I like the fit in Buffalo.
Interesting.
And the Titans are now on the clock.
So Titans are mad because they would want to trade for Kalafis, but since that didn't happen, we are going to take Treylon Burks from Arkansas.
Oh, you kill me, man. You kill me. You kill me. You kill me. Oh, that sucks. I was going to trade up for him with the Chiefs. That's who I was trying to move up for. Oh, damn it. Damn it. All right. That's fine. But I'm surprised you didn't look at a quarterback here, to be honest.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Ryan Taylor is amazing.
He's 34 and he's not amazing.
He's good.
He had 3 interceptions in the playoffs and under 200 yards.
He's good.
But he's also, honestly, I haven't heard it talked about enough in my opinion. But if I was the Titans, I would definitely be looking at a quarterback there. Maybe not taking one, but I would definitely look that way.
I mean,
I like the pick though.
Yeah.
Solid pick. AJ Brown with another AJ Brown, pretty much. I mean,
right.
Sweet. So with that said, the Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Buccaneers are now on the clock. That is correct. So the Buccaneers can go many different directions.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are going to probably go Kenyon Green.
I like that a lot. That's a plug and play right guard. I was wondering if you were going to go quarterback there. But I do like that pick because Ali Marpet just retired. And you really need a guy, that can step in and play.
I initially was going to go quarterback. I was going to go Ritter, but from everything I hear with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is that they really like Trask.
Right.
And so to me, it doesn't really make sense for them to select a quarterback again, especially if they like the guy that they have already.
Right.
And with the 20th pick, the New England Patriots are on the clock.
The Seahawks are looking to trade up.
What?
The Seattle Seahawks are interested in trading up.
Who are the Seahawks?
They're not on the first round anymore.
I want to make a pick.
All right, make your pick.
Nakobe Dean.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Today was the Patriots had Matt Groh do a press conference, and he was telling the media about how they look at linebackers now, and size really isn't something that they covet anymore, and they really want speed.
Yeah.
So Nakobe Dean falling all this way is kind of a good pickup for the Patriots really wanted either Elam or Booth to fall, but they did not. And so they would pick Nakobe Dean at 28.
I like it. And here we have the Chiefs with back-to-back picks. And I'm gonna make this pretty short and sweet. I'm gonna go Devontae Wyatt with the first one. Get us an interior, monster from Georgia. And then I'm gonna go Christian Watson.
At this point.
I'm gonna go Christian Watson with the second one, a 6'5", 4'4" or 4'3" receiver. He's a better version of Marquez Valdes-Scantling, in my opinion, but I think this is a perfect fit, especially with who they have. I think he can do a lot really all around. He can do, he can take handoffs, he can catch deep. He's a solid player, and I think he's gonna thrive in this system. But Seattle is still interested in moving up if the Bengals are interested in moving down.
So the Bengals are pretty mad because they wanted Wyatt.
Right.
I would say. But I think they realize
you could move down 9 picks and get a next year second round pick as well, just so you know.
It's tempting.
And I'll even throw in pick 152 this year.
A Denver second? Come on now. A Denver second?
Come on, take it, buddy. You want to take it. That's a good trade.
Give me Seattle second.
All right, I can do that. Deal?
Yeah.
All right, I got to do it the other way anyway. So I know this is probably going to blow some people away here, but honestly, this is a pick I was going to take at 9 with Seattle. But I decided, let's take Evan Neal because he fell so far.
Desmond Ritter?
Yep, I'm going Desmond Ritter here. And the reason I trade up for him, okay, is because we have so many picks throughout this draft, right? We have so many picks next year as well. Yeah, we're going to trade down trade up from 40 to 31, but we still have pick 41, 72, 109, 153, 229 this year. And then we have 2 firsts next year. We still have a second next year, a third, and 2 fifths. So I feel like this is, kind of a killer trade in my opinion.
Okay.
And to take a quarterback, really the reason that I moved up is for the 5th-year option.
Yeah.
So Desmond Ritter goes to Seattle at the end of this draft. And honestly, I wanted to make that trade happen more than any other trade this entire time. So that's why I kind of made sure that it would happen. But I do like the storyline of, we've seen it happen throughout the years, teams trading up at the end of the first for a quarterback that they really like, that they can get that 5th-year option for. And that sucks because the Lions were looking at Desmond Ritter here at 32. So they also end up jumping over Detroit and get their quarterback of the future. So to end this draft out, we have the Detroit Lions. We took Travon Walker, the edge, with our first pick. And this is going to be really tough because there's not a ton left that we'd be super interested in.
I have 2 players in mind.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's really tough because I think we could go, defensive line again. I think we could go wide receiver. I think we could go safety. This is a really tough place. And honestly, if I was Detroit, I would love to have a trade down here. But I don't think that that's going to happen. So, this is really tough. Shoot. My problem is we just signed Deshaun Elliott. I would really go safety. I would easily go Lewis Sign here. If we didn't just sign Deshaun Elliott. But
do you want my opinion?
Yeah. Tell me, please.
I think this is Jackson Hill.
Really? I don't hate that.
The only reason why I say that is because he can play corner too.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
And it's also from your own backyard.
True. Very true. The only problem I have with that is I really do want a defensive tackle, even though we just took defensive end. Or linebacker, I think would be a great
Didn't you
pick
guys
here.
just pick 2 guys last year and from defensive tackle?
Yeah, we did. But they're a little different in terms of what we'd be looking for here. But oh man, this is tough. Let me see how much time I got left. I'm at 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. To me, this is either Dotson
Yeah.
or Hill.
Yeah. I'm really looking at Dotson.
And I think Dotson is a really good pick for the Lions because he's very fast and
Yeah.
he brings something that the current wide receivers from Detroit do not have.
Right. Ooh, Sky Moore though.
Yeah, Sky Moore is also super fast.
Yeah, Sky Moore would be great because he's, like you said, from our backyard. And I think he's a little bit better than Dotson, honestly, as a route runner.
I think he's a route runner, but I also think he's small compared to Dotson.
I think Dotson's smaller. Dotson's
Feel like
way
Dotson's
smaller.
No, Dotson's like 2 inches higher.
He's an inch taller, but he's like 20 pounds lighter.
Yeah, but I think that Dotson can play in the outside rather. Or it might be Pickens. That might be a good pick.
Yeah. Oh, this is tough because the Lions have said they want to get, more weapons for Jared Goff and more speed specifically on the outside.
Yeah.
We just signed DJ Shark. I got a minute left here. I'm just going to go back over the defense and see, because Perion Winfrey would be solid. Quay Walker would be solid. Boy Mafe would be solid, but we just took edge. Man, this is tough.
No quarterback love here.
No quarterback love for me. Desmond Ridder was the guy I wanted. I might look at Sam Howell, but I think we can get him at 34.
That's true.
Even if we did want Sam Howell, you know what? I think we're going to say screw it. I got 30 seconds left on the clock here. I think we're going to say screw it. And I know he tore his ACL, but he's a guy that has wide receiver 1. Okay. He has wide receiver 1 upside, and I think grabbing him at the back end of the first round is a great pick. Probably could have waited, but I'll take it there. And that'll do it for our mock draft 1.0.
So I think I was really picks.
Huh?
I was really surprised with a lot of your picks.
Yeah.
I would say I think that's like my main takeaway from here is that you value some players a lot higher than I would.
Like who, for instance?
So I'm mad. I can't see the Jets take a Matt Garner ever. I think it's kind of high. I would imagine them taking Kanu or Aminir, and then taking Garner at 10. Because I think that's going to slip. I think that if we go down at Jameson Williams, I think Chris Olave is a really good Eagles pick.
I think he's too much like
Jameson
Devontae
Williams.
Smith.
Maybe.
Because they're just kind of the same guy. I think they need a guy that like Jameson that can really take the top off the defense.
Yeah, I just don't see the value with Jameson Williams, especially since he tore his ACL. I like Jameson Williams much more at 18 than 15.
Well, I'll tell you what, everything I've heard is that Jameson Williams is going to 10 to New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if that
Um,
happens, but I've heard that a lot lately.
to me, I think that would be cornerback because
Mhm.
I don't think that, but uh, for me, you not picking a quarterback with New Orleans was kind of shocking to me.
That's just because I came into this as the New Orleans GM. From what I've heard, New Orleans is going for it this year. They think they can win. Why pick
Yeah,
a quarterback, when you can take one next year? Or, Jameis is on a 3-year deal. So they think Jameis is going to be just fine. And
yeah,
they really do like Jameis. So personally, I went that way just because of the fact that I think they want to win now. And with adding Olave and Jordan Davis, I think they're in way better shape than they were before.
yeah. The I liked what the Texans. I feel like the Texans have won this draft
Yeah, they
for
did
sure.
great. Yeah,
They did amazing.
agreed.
Um, I love what the Texans did. I I can't believe you still went Williams Johnson rather than Kalafis. I feel like Kalafis fits Chandler Jones' position so well with
Oh, yeah.
Arizona
Yeah.
that I'm surprised that was picked. But it's interesting. You also picked a lot of players that I wanted, like Kuria and Elam and Zion Johnson. Then the entire time I was like, I'm picking Zion Johnson with New England, and then we traded down and you picked Johnson. So
Honestly, that's kind of
um,
why I traded up with you, because I had a feeling that you were going to go guard with trading down. So I was like, yeah, I should probably try to move up for Zion now, because I was going to wait and see if I could get him later, or,
yeah,
Linderbaum later. But um, yeah, Zion Johnson ended up working out.
yeah. I like the picks though.
Yeah, agreed.
I really like Watson and I really like Pickens. I think that they could slip in the uh, first round.
Hmm.
Um, it, why it slipping to 29 is
Yeah,
interesting.
agreed.
Um, but not bad draft. Not
No.
bad draft whatsoever.
And it was a lot of fun. And honestly, it didn't take quite as long as I thought. I mean, this is about an hour and a half total, and that
Yeah.
includes all the extra crap that shouldn't have happened. So that's, I mean,
But
I feel like if we do, maybe 3 more of these or 2 more of these before the draft, that'll be perfect. Um, and especially once we get it down a little bit better. I hate it because I love the Pro Football Network um the board, but they don't let you force the trade. That's what I don't like.
yeah, I wish this was like more of um thing that we can like you control your teams, I control my teams, and then like
Yeah,
the trades we can like accept them if we
right.
want. I'm an offer again. I said this before the draft. Hate making trades because I'm like an offer GM. I just like accept anything honestly.
Right.
But so I think that a lot of the trades that I made were a little bit generous, but I
I
I,
mean,
I really like the picks that I trade up for.
I'll be honest, like the only trade that you made, well, I didn't really like the first 2 trades that you made, to be real. I don't think Green Bay would give up that much to move up to 13 for Drake London. I don't hate that as much as I didn't like the other trade. I
So
think it makes sense. Both of them make sense. It's just for the Vikings trade, it's the moving up 2 players for a player, or moving up 2 picks for a player I think would have been there at 12. And then giving
so
up 2 firsts for London is
to
tough.
be honest with you, I don't think that the Jets would pass. Like, so the reason why I picked Minnesota to trade up is because I think cornerback is such a big need for them.
Yeah.
And to me, cornerback is the biggest need for both the Jets and Washington. So if they don't get Trent McDuffie at 10, if that trade never existed, then Trent McDuffie probably goes 11 or 12, 11 or 10
Well, we
with
already took
Jets.
Gardner at 4, so I can tell you Jets
Right.
aren't taking a corner.
But
And as the Washington GM, I knew I wasn't going to go corner there because they have a solid corner room to the point where, you know, it's decent enough that you could probably sign another free agent and be okay there. But I feel like offensive line is a huge need for them, especially after losing Scherf.
Yeah.
But it
I
was
mean,
really the
obviously, I don't know
value
what
more than the move, really.
I don't really know what you are targeting with Washington at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely. I get that.
And so and in my opinion, even though you pick Garner at 4, that could be Avenir, that could be Accounting, that could be
Right.
a lot of stuff. And so Jets got super lucky here where they rebuilt the secondary.
Yeah.
But
And they got quite a bit of picks. They got
because Jeremy. I also didn't really like that trade. And with Drake London, I thought that both Baltimore and Philadelphia were targeting him.
Yeah.
And Drake London is probably a top 10 wide receiver in my opinion.
Right.
I could see him going in the bottom 10.
Right.
So to get him at 13 is a little undervalued to me. But yeah, either way, it's I thought those trades were necessary, not so much I probably gave up too much, but I thought those picks were really good for teams that select them.
Right. Well, and I mean, to be fair, this is also you know, YouTube mock draft. It's a podcast mock draft, so it's not like it's, you know, the end of the world. Anyway, we're kind of just having fun trying to see what could happen with all that kind of stuff. So it was definitely a lot of fun though, and
it was.
Oh, I'm looking forward to doing this again for sure because this was a lot of fun.
I'm too.
I honestly though want to do it. First of all, we should figure out a better, you know, simulator. But second of all, I would like to do another round, or maybe like a couple days before the draft, do like a 2 or 3 rounder or something like that, because I feel like it could, once we get all the other stuff down, it'll go a lot quicker. And it'll probably take us 2 hours to do a 3-round mock draft. So
that's what I was afraid of. That's why it wasn't so high on doing a 2-round mock draft, because I didn't want this to take 3 hours.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Especially because I feel like now that this is our first one, doing just a first rounder, and we'll probably do this one and the next one that's just first rounder, just to kind of get a better feel of how, you know, everything works. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we appreciate everybody for watching. This will be uploaded ASAP. But yeah, appreciate you for coming on again as usual.
For sure.
And it was a lot of fun to do this mock draft, and I'm looking forward to do the next one. But we will catch you guys on the next one. Like I said, appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you.
All right, guys. Peace out.